Good morning, dear students. Now I am going to explain and narrate what all happens in Act 2 of As You Like It. In Act 2, we'll come to know Duke Senior and his loyal lords are living in the forest of Arden in the company of nature. The Duke is very happy living a country life and he expresses his satisfaction living in the country. He compares the very pure and innocent happiness of the country people when compared to the wickedness, intrigue, and corruption which is the features of courtly life. And such kind of wickedness and corruption are absent in the country life. He feels very happy about it. And the only hardship they are suffering here is the vagaries of weather. The Duke welcomes, even though he is not, even though the problem of vagaries of weather was there, the Duke welcomes the chilly, blistering winds, as they do not flatter like courtiers, as they are not harmful. And the intake of wintry wind exposes his real self. To the Duke, adversity is a blessing in disguise. In all these adversities, he finds great pleasure. And he says, adversities teach many lessons which never be learned in the falsity of comforts provided by the court. Though he was provided the courtly comforts in the palace, he was not happy there, as the people living there were wicked, intrigued, and corrupted. And now, as he is living in the country, he finds the purity and innocence of the people living over there, and so he thinks that these, despite of these adversities, he finds great pleasure in the beauty of nature and in the purity of nature, in the goodness of the people living in country life. Therefore, he transforms his anguish into strength. But in the midst of this, Jacques, a faithful lord of Duke Senior, is troubled only for killing innocent deer for food. Therefore, he complains that the Duke has dispossessed of the deer of the natural habitat. He moralized the death of a deer in a melancholic mood. And even Jacques feels that personal misfortune keeps away friends on seeing the herd desert the dying deer. And finally, he compares the deer to a bankrupt who succumbs to his own misfortune. In this sense, Jacques is seen as a melancholic person and he satirizes on every aspect of life. And then the scene is shifted to the palace where Frederick Duke learns that Celia and Rosalind and Touchstone have run away from the court at night. He doubts that some attendants must have assisted them to escape. He also learned from Celia gentlewoman that she heard Rosalind and Celia express a love for Orlando. And now he is certain that they must be in the company of Orlando. Therefore, Frederick, out of anger, he orders that Orlando be brought to the court. In case he is not found, Oliver, his brother, must be brought to the court. And he also decides to send Oliver in search of Orlando if he is not found there. Here we'll come to know the tyrannical character of Frederick the Duke. In the next scene, we get to know that Orlando and Adam meet outside Oliver's house. And Adam greets Orlando on his victory over Charles. And Adam also speaks highly about Orlando's virtue, strength, kindness, and valor. And Adam was a very faithful servant of Sir Roland de Boys also, and now he is serving his son Orlando. Adam feels that Orlando's win over Charles has made many enemies for him, and he also wants Orlando not to go to Oliver's house as he has planned to kill him by burning the house. Here we'll get to know how Oliver, his brother, is very much disliking Orlando, and he hated him the most. So much so that Oliver hated his brother Orlando so much so that he wanted to kill him by burning the house. And this was informed by Adam to Orlando. In desperation, Orlando decides to flee. The loyal Adam offers 500 crowns which he had saved for his old age. And Orlando is deeply touched by the generous nature of Adam. Adam also begs him to permit him to remain his servant even in exile. And Orlando happily agreed and both leave. This is all about the incidents that happen in the beginning part of Act 2. And the highlights of this session are: moral lesson of cheerfulness in adversity is evident here, where even in times of adversity, Duke Senior finds pleasure and he finds strength and confidence. And Senior Duke's love for pastoral life in comparison with court life is also seen here. And even the characters like Jacques and Duke Senior discuss the differences between pastoral life and court life, and comparatively they feel that country life is far better than courtly life. The Duke realizes the superiority of pastoral life as compared to that of the city, because he does not find that wickedness, intrigue, and corruption which is evident in courtly life. He does not find all those wicked things in country life. Even to Jacques, in nature everything is good as long as man does not tamper with it. Tyrannical and capricious character of Frederick the Duke is also seen here, because he is not happy with Orlando's victory as he is the son of Sir Roland de Boys, and he is not also happy that Rosalind and Celia are in love with Orlando, and he even banished Rosalind from the palace, and he even sent Oliver in search of Orlando. Oliver's hatred towards Orlando, his brother, is seen here, and Oliver's hatred towards Orlando is so much so that he wanted to kill him by burning his house. Orlando leaves the city with his aged servant Adam to escape death. These are the important highlights of this session. Hope you got this. Thank you so much.